Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today we're going to talk about the Battle for Osgiliath box set and how we can use the Mordor half of the box set to start our Middle-earth journey. Now, we're going to go through talk about all the models in the box set, how they come equipped. We'll then look through each unit individually, talk a little bit about how they act on the tabletop and what exactly they can do. And finally, finish off the video with a sample 300-point army list for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Mordor army for the Middle-earth strategy battle game using the Battle for Osgiliath box set. And so, the contents of this box set. We get Gothmog, a lieutenant of Sauron, both mounted on a warg, his giant ass warg you can see there, and on foot. We also get 24 Morannon Orcs. Now, these come equipped in a variety of different ways. We get half of them with hand weapons and shields. 2 of these models have mauls, 2 have axes, and 8 have swords and shields. We then get 12 with spears, 6 of them will be just equipped with spears, and 6 will have spears and shields. We then also get the giant armoured Mordor troll at the back there as well. And so the first model to look at is of course our character option, which is Gothmog, Lieutenant of Sauron. Fight value of 5 and a 5+. For his shoot value, strength 4, defense 6 is really nice. 3 attacks, 3 wounds, and courage of 5. He's also got 3 might, 3 will, and 1 fate point as well, which is some really cool baseline stats to work with. For starting war gear, we've got heavy armor and a sword. He can do the heroic actions, march, strike, and defense. And then he's got the option to take, as mentioned, his big warg here, which is really important. It means, you know, if we've got in the kit here, both of these variations of the model means we can have the warg, and if the warg ever gets killed from out from under him, he can be mounted on foot. And we can also choose to give a shield to Gothmog as well. Now, special rules wise, he has the Master of Battle special rule. What this is going to allow him to do, whenever an enemy hero attempts a heroic action within 6 inches of this model with this special rule, this model can call the same heroic action without spending might, even if they would not usually have access to it. So, some cool, counterplay there. Sometimes a model with a special rule will have a number after the rule in brackets, Master of Battle 5+. In this situation, whenever an enemy hero attempts it, you roll a d6 and you would need to meet the value. However, Gothmog just has flat Master of Battle, which is really cool, meaning he just automatically gets it. Now, he's then got the Age of Men is Over special rule. Gothmog and all friendly Mordor Orc models from within 3 inches of him gain the Hatred Man special rule. This is going to give them the ability to, a model with this special rule adds 1 to their wound rolls when fighting in combat against models with a keyword listed, which is pretty solid. And then his last special rule is the Time of the Orc has come, where once per game at the start of any fight phase, Gothmog can declare that he is using this ability. For the remainder of the turn, all friendly Mordor Orcs within 12 inches of Gothmog may reroll fail to wound rolls when making strikes. So not only is he going to give out, hatred to get those bonuses for the wound, he's going to allow some rerolls as well once per game. So a really solid centerpiece, not only to fight, but some good utility and useful abilities to bonus the rest of your force. And so then we go looking at our first unit, and that is the Morannon Orcs. Now, they're pretty standard sort of fighters. We've got move of 6 there, fight value 3 with a 5+ shoot value, strength 4, defense 5 are both nice, solid stats. 1 attack, 1 wound, and courage 2, low, but that is what Orcs get. Now we have the standard war gear of heavy armor, and we can choose between swords, maces, and axes. Now, the reason you've got the option here is each of these can perform different special strikes. You're going to get the bash special strike with the mace or maul. A model armed with a mace or maul may opt to bash. If the bashing model sides wins the duel, they may attempt to knock a single opponent of their choice prone instead of making strikes. Both models roll a further d6 and add their strength value. The basher adds a further 1 to this total if the hammer, mace, or maul is two-handed. If the bashing model's total is equal to or higher than their opponent's, the opponent is immediately knocked prone. We can then choose with the axe to go for a piercing strike. A model armed with the axe or pick can opt to make a piercing strike, and if their side wins the fight, increase the model's strength by 1 when they make the strike. However, if they lose, they reduce their defense by D3. Lastly, you've got feint or stab. If you've got a higher fight value, which is, not going to be very likely, or at least you're not going to want to feint because you do reduce your fight value by D3, but you can reroll any wound rolls of 1 if you do win the duel. Or you can go with a dagger, you can stab, where you will get to reroll once to wound. However, if you lose the duel, you take an automatic strength to hit. On top of that, we can take banners, which are really nice. These allow some rerolls in fights. You can take shields on all models and spears as well, allowing you to fight 2 models deep in fights. And then lastly, the big lad himself, the Mordor Troll. Move of 6, fight value of 7, and a shoot value of 5+. Strength and defense 7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, and courage 4. This guy is an absolute beast on the tabletop. You've got armor, and you can choose to either have a hand-and-a-half sword, club, or hammer. That is a hand-and-a-half weapon of either of these varieties. We've just been through all the different variations of special strikes you can do with them. His options are his ability to take a war drum, which at the start of the move phase, a model with a war drum may declare they are sounding the advance. When this occurs, all models with the same keyword as the one shown in brackets, so Mordor, within 12 inch of the drummer, add 3 to their movement value if they have the infantry keyword, or 5 if they have the cavalry keyword. Models that are affected by the war drum may not, however, charge during that turn. So it's, going to give you more movement to get up the table. Now, special rules wise, we have the Terror special rule, where should a model wish to charge this model, it must first take a courage test before it moves. If the test is passed, they can charge as normal. However, if it's failed, they do not charge and may not move at all this turn. You've also got the Throw Stones ability of a range of 12 inch and strength of 8 with a Mordor Troll as he chucks giant boulders at his enemies. And so here we have our sample 300 point army. We've got our hero of valor, which is Gothmog, Lieutenant of Sauron. We've just chosen to go on foot because we don't get any other cavalry models inside the initial box set. So I think just putting him on foot, saving some points and being able to get some more fighters in there is the best way to go. We then have a bunch of Morannon Orcs. We have 2 of them. We're taking both maces and both axes. I do just think these are better on the Morannon Orcs than the swords, just because we're not going to really get much out of, feints. We can do stabs still, but I like the idea of bashes and pierces with the axes and maces. Now we then do have 1 orc with sword and shield, just because that's what we're going to get in the box set. We've only got the 4 of those there, and then 3 with shields and spears. On top of that, we have the Mordor Troll. We've gone the hand-and-a-half hammer, though, it really is going whichever version of this that you want. Now, our enemy is ready, his strength gathered, is the special rule we're going to get with Mordor. This is going to give us the ability, while our enemy has models on the board, we are going to get +1 courage on all Mordor warriors, and also reroll once to wound or when making strikes with our Mordor warriors as well. If you've been playing with Mordor in Middle-earth strategy battle game, let us know how you've been going and what you would do with this box set down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so in our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description is links to our Patreon and YouTube members, the best thing you can do to help support the channel. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so via those links in the video's description. As a special thank you as well to everyone who does, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek and Bloobs. And thank you to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, and John Castle. Lastly, a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see for the channel. That's it for the video. As said, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and we'll see you all again next time. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey.